Hello, Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube. My name is Colette and I specialize in content branding. My son is currently in his room, very excited about me live streaming into YouTube, and he is trying.
But you're not even on.
Okay, I am on. You just.
But I don't see you.
Welcome to live streaming. It takes time, Asha. Takes a couple of minutes. Anyway, let's try that again. My name is Colette and I specialize in content branding. What that means is that I help people understand their brand to develop their content. Because very often what happens is when people are starting a business or producing content or setting themselves up to be content creators, they become very concerned about what to say, and they try to think of ideas about what to talk about, and then they try to decorate it with their brand, when in fact the opposite needs to happen. You need to understand your brand first in order to be able to communicate your message. And the way that works happens in 5 stages. Hi, Jen. Thank you for saying. It happens in 5 stages. Okay, so in order to upgrade your marketing, you need to understand your messaging, and to understand your messaging, you need to understand your brand. Now, in my community, we work quite a lot on understanding our brand, and we go quite in depth into 5 key areas into understanding your brand in order to better understand your content and your messaging. Once you've got these 3 things aligned, your messaging and your marketing cannot fail. Okay, so let's start. Everyone's saying hello to my son. Okay, so let's start. The first thing that you need to understand is your values. And you'll hear a lot of branders and marketers talking about their values when helping people develop their brand. But what often happens is people get caught up in their own personal values, particularly if they have a personal brand. And there's actually, I would say, a distinction between our core personal values, those that we live by, and our core business values, those that we serve our customers with and for. And understanding the distinction between the two can be critical in developing our message and communicating effectively to our customers. So let me explain that a little bit more clearly. So, for example, my personal values include things like seeking joy, or generally seeking kind behavior, avoiding mean behavior, and holding myself accountable for my own behavior. So that these are some of my core personal values. Now, obviously, they impact the way I run a business and they impact the way I communicate with my customers, but they are very different to what my business is about. My business is called PostGrid, and in my business, I serve people by helping them develop their creative juices and find ways to communicate their message creatively and constructively, and with confidence as well, because I think a lot of people, when they're developing materials and creating content, can often have wobbles, creative blocks, and even feel uncertain and underconfident when publishing their content. So my job is to help people feel confident creatively. And the way that I do that is by understanding my brand values. My brand values are rooted in creativity and learning. So that is the ability to consistently improve. And that is fundamental to my brand. They're very different to my personal values that I live by. So an exercise that you can do is to set yourself aside as a CEO of your business or of your brand. Look at it from the outside rather than from the inside. What is it you are setting out to do in your business? And that links to the second stage of building your brand, which is essentially your vision. So understanding what you're rooted in, for example, for myself, that's creativity and learning, and where it is you strive to be in the future. in understanding your future and in understanding who it is you want to serve and how it is you want to help them, and understanding what it is you want people to say about you in the future, these two things tied together help you to understand the core part of your brand. And no two businesses and no two brands will have the same root and the same vision, the same roots and the same branches, that you're going to blossom completely differently. And understanding this will really help you clarify your message. Obviously, another core part of your messaging and your marketing is understanding what it is you do and why it is you do what you do. And that comes down to your vocation. So we've got your values, your vision, and what it is you do and why it is you do what you do. That's your vocation, your values, your vision, your vocation. Knowing these three things will massively help you develop your content by understanding where it is you're going and what it is you're doing to get there, and how it is you're helping your customers and why it is you're helping your customers. That automatically gives you an infinite fountain of content. Now, I'm not going to lie, it's not always easy to get these three things aligned. That's why we have a whole community that I help people with. But it's also why I am committed to coming on here and talking every week about how I can help you and how you can help you to get these things aligned, to develop your messaging and develop stronger marketing. You cannot have strong marketing without a strong brand. There are two further elements related to building your brand so that you can have strong marketing. Okay, are you ready? That is your voice or your message. What is the message that you seek to develop? And I'll talk more on this in future episodes. And also your vibe. That's the energy that you put out into the world, but also the energy that you seek to generate. Understanding these 5 things will help you understand A, what it is you're going to say, B, how it is you're going to say it, and C, the rules that you are going to set within your brand that set you apart from everybody else in your industry. To be set apart in your industry doesn't mean that you are better than anybody else. What it means is that you are a better fit for some customers than others. If you look, for example, at Apple and Android, both producing smartphones, both with very loyal customer bases, both with customers who essentially have very similar products, but who are seeking a different experience, you are doing the same in your business. What is the experience that you are offering? What energy are you putting out into the world? And how are you doing that? By understanding these 5 elements, your values, your vision, your vocation, your vibe, and your voice, by understanding these 5 elements, you build your brand. From that point on, you can develop your branding and your content will flow. If you have any questions about this, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll be more than happy to answer them. And of course, your questions and comments are going to help me formulate new content that is going to be helpful to you. So thank you for watching, and I will see you again in the future. Take care and bye-bye.